We have studied up till now the design of simple component. Today we are going to study an important topic, that is design of shaft. In this topic we have to achieve course outcome, that is designate power transmission element like shafts, keys and coupling. A shaft is a rotating machine element which is used to transmit power from one place to another. The power is delivered to the shaft by some force and resultant torque or twisting moment set up within the shaft permits the power to be transferred to various machines linked up to the shaft. In order to transfer the power from one shaft to another, various members such as pulleys, gears, etc. are mounted on it. These members, along with the forces exerted upon them, cause the shaft to bending. In other words, we may say that shaft is used for the transmission of torque and bending moment. The various members are mounted on the shaft by means of keys and splines. There are different elements like axles and spindle. The shafts are usually cylindrical but may be square or cross-shaped in section. They are solid is cross-section, but sometimes hollow shafts are also being used. An axle, it is similar to the shaft in shape, but axles are stationary machine element. They are used for the transmission of bending moment only. It simply acts as a support for some rotating body. For example, axles are used as hoisting drum or a car wheel or a rope sheaves. Another element, spindle. Spindle is a short shaft that imparts motion either to a cutting tool like drill machine spindle or to a workpiece like lathe spindles. There are two types of shafts which are important from the design of machine element point of view. First, transmission shaft. This shaft transmits the power between the source and the machining absorbing power. Counter shafts, line shafts, overhead shafts and all factory shafts are transmission shafts. These shafts carry machine parts such as pulleys, gears, etc. Therefore, they are subjected to bending in addition to twisting. Second part, that is machine shaft. These shafts form an integral part of machine itself. For example, crankshaft is the best example of machine shaft. Shafts may be designed on the basis of strength and rigidity. In designing shaft on the basis of strength, the following cases may be considered. 1. Shaft subjected to twisting moment or torque only. Second, shaft subjected to bending moment only. And third, shaft subjected to combined twisting and bending moment only. Let us see the first condition, that shaft subjected to twisting moment. When the shaft is subjected to a twisting moment only, then the diameter of the shaft may be obtained by using torsion equation, which we have studied in strength of material. This equation is T by J, that is equal to tau by R, that is equal to G theta by L, where T is the twisting moment, J is the polar moment of inertia, tau that is the torsional shear stress, R that is the distance from neutral axis, D diameter of shaft, capital G modulus of rigidity, theta angle of twist, and L length of shaft. So we can easily find out the diameter of shaft for solid shaft by using equation T is equal to pi by 16 d cube into tau. Whereas for hollow shaft, the torque is equal to pi by 16 do cube into 1 minus k raised to 4 into tau, where k is the ratio of inner diameter of hollow shaft to the outer diameter of hollow shaft. Let us see another condition, that is shaft subjected to bending moment only. When the shaft is subjected to bending moment only, then we may use bending equation, that is M upon I, which is equal to bending stress upon Y, where M is the bending moment, I is the moment of inertia of cross-sectional area of the shaft, sigma B that is bending stress, Y that is distance from neutral axis of the outermost fiber. Therefore, we can easily determine the diameter of solid shaft using equation M is equal to pi by 32 d raised to cube into sigma B. Similarly, for hollow shaft, M that is equal to pi by 16 do cube 1 minus k raised to 4 into sigma B, where k is the ratio of diameter inside of hollow shaft to the outside diameter of hollow shaft. Let us see the third condition, where shaft subjected to both combined twisting and bending moment. When the shaft is subjected to combined twisting moment and bending moment, then the shaft must be designed on the basis of the two moments simultaneously. Various theories have been suggested to account for the elastic failure of the material when they are subjected to various types of combined stresses. The following two theories are important from the design of shaft point of view, which we have already covered in topic number 1. One, that is maximum shear stress theory, that is known as Gauge theory. This theory is generally used for ductile materials such as mild steel. And the second theory, that is maximum normal stress theory, which is also known as Rankine's theory. It is used for brittle material such as cast iron. So as shown in the slide, we can obtain the diameter of shaft when the shaft is subjected to both twisting and bending moment for solid shaft and hollow shaft. Up till now, we have assumed that the shaft is subjected to constant torque and bending moment. But in actual practice, the shafts are subjected to fluctuating torque and bending moment also. In order to design such shafts like line shaft or counter shaft, the combined shock and fatigue factor must be taken into account for the computed twisting moment and bending moment. Therefore, shaft is subjected to combined bending and torsion, so we can easily determine the torque equivalent, which is equal to under root of Km into M bracket square plus Kt into T bracket square, whereas Km is known as combined shock and fatigue factor applied for bending, and Kt, that is combined shock and fatigue factor applied to twisting moment. So what are these Km and Kt? Km and Kt was suggested by ASME. ASME means American Society for Mechanical Engineers, and they have suggested to use these factors Km and Kt to account for shock and fatigue while designing the shafts.